What's poppin' YouTube? It's your boy D, aka the Strength Squad General. Welcome back to another video. And as you can see by the title of today's video, it's likely if you click on this video, you too are a lone wolf. And we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. I never really talk about being an introvert, touching on the subject, the topic of being a to myself person, whether I've shared, whether I'm okay with it, whether it's hard to find friends or things like that. We're gonna get into that today, and hopefully you guys are here to enjoy the ride. Make sure you guys chop it up in the comments too. Express yourself. Let me know what you guys agree with, don't agree with, just whatever the case, whatever you want to share. This is a positive vibe community, and the goal is to grow and keep it positive at all times. All right. If you're brand new to the channel, I'm gonna ask you to go ahead and lock all the way and subscribe to the channel. If you appreciate the content, feel free to watch the entire video before turning on your post notifications. And if you do enjoy it, then all I'm gonna ask you to do is just make sure you turn on your bell. That way when we drop the content, it will be your effort of showing full support, and you'll get the video as we drop these videos, as we drop these nuggets. Also to my returning supporters, of course, I appreciate you guys, man. All my day ones, in betweens, as of nows, I appreciate and love all you guys. Our voice cannot be communicated on a widespread angle without you guys, so I do appreciate all you guys all together. So anyway, y'all, if you've been watching me for a while, you'll probably notice like one commonality, bro. An elephant in the room of some sort, if that's how you want to look at it. But if you've been watching me for a while, you'll notice one thing. If you've been watching me for a while, you'll notice that you don't see people in my videos, in exception of the people that I pretty much am around every day. Outside of course, family, people that I don't really see. Also, you got to keep in mind, even family, some people don't resonate with the camera, some people don't want to be on camera, which is understandable. Not everybody is into what I'm into, and I respect that. But outside of that, you guys don't see me hang around nobody, you know what I'm saying? And that's not just on camera, that's off camera as well. I'm a to myself kind of person, and of course I've mentioned in previous videos that I'm an introvert, so of course it's a little bit difficult. Well, I'm not gonna say so much as of now, as I'm mature or older, but let's say by preference, I'm a to myself kind of person. In the beginning of discovering that I was an introvert, it was difficult for me to have conversation with people. It would just be awkward. Like, if there's no substance in the conversation, then it would just be awkward. And it's still somewhat like that when it comes to me. I'm still the type of person where there has to be substance in the conversation. Like, I can't just be talking about people, I can't just be gossiping, I can't just be like, there has to be some form of substance, some form of education, some form of life in the conversations. So for me, if I entertain any type of conversation with anybody, even as an introvert, I'm likely gonna still express some extrovert qualities that I do have. So I'm an introvert by nature with extrovert qualities. And yeah, let's get into it. I'm a lone wolf, bro. I consider myself a lone wolf, and it's not because, now mind you, I'm making a video that's going to be similar to this one, so I'm gonna try to not make this information very close to the next video that I'm gonna do when it comes to friendships. So be looking forward to that video when it comes to me talking to you guys about not having no friends. So I'm gonna try my best to separate that content with this one and keep this one strictly regarding being a lone wolf, aka an introvert by nature, an introvert by heart. So yeah, I'm an introvert, I'm a lone wolf, and quite frankly, I like it that way. Quite frankly, it's by choice. So it's not where I'm screaming for friends. It's not where I'm like, hey, you want to be my friend, and people just don't gravitate towards me. It's not like I'm like, hey, you want to be cool, you know? It's not that at all. If anything, I'm a easygoing person. I'm an easy to get along with kind of person. Making friends, honestly, if I tried to make friends, I think it would be easy for me because of my personality, because I'm the type of person that can have a conversation with anybody. So for me, I'm not, like I said, I'm a to myself kind of person. I'm a lone wolf, and I accept it. And I accept it for a few reasons. And if you are a lone wolf and you haven't accepted it, just take a few things into consideration if you haven't. Once upon a time, like if you knew me in the past, you probably would think, how are you an introvert? Because growing up, I hung around everybody. I hung around everybody, and that's actually what led to me being more privatized when it comes to my life. That's actually what led me to being a person who decided to be a lone wolf over a period of time. So even as an introvert, just growing up in my environment, of course, you know, growing up around certain people, you're gonna make friends and stuff like that, or what appear to be friends. Some may be friends, some may not be friends. But along my journey, but along the way, even with you, you're gonna realize at some point that not everybody is your friend, bro. You're gonna realize that not everybody is for you. You're gonna realize that the majority of the people that you hang with, I would say, let's say you have 10 friends, you have 10 people that you hang around, you have 10 people that you think is for you. You'll realize, honestly, bro, at some point in your life, even if you see the red flags now, at some point you're gonna realize that it may hit you like a ton of bricks that these people are not your friends. So if you have 10 friends, you likely only have maybe one. And that's a strong doubt when it comes to the maybe. Like, for real, you may have only one friend. You know what I'm saying? But it's not likely that if you hang around 10 people, it is not likely that all 10 of the people that you hang around are your friends. And even if you strongly feel like they're your friends and they're showing you all the signs are pointing in the direction of saying, these are my friends, because, you know, they smile in your face, they tell you they got your back, they tell you they, you know what I'm saying, support you, they tell you this, that, and the third. But in all actuality, many of the people that you hang around are actually wolves. They're actually wolves disguised in sheep's clothing. It's supposed to appear that they're your friends. It's supposed to appear that way. It's called fake. You know what I'm saying? And it's fake for a reason. Whatever that reason is, whether they're envious of you, whether they just don't like the way you look, whether they, you know what I'm saying, just don't like you as a person, the reality is they're going to be close to you. They're going to gravitate towards you because it's almost like, you ever heard the term, keep your friends close and your enemies closer? Well, even though you may be a kind person, a kind-hearted person, you're an enemy to them for real, for whatever reason it is. You're really an enemy, and you'll learn that over a period of time. So for me, I had to learn some very, very valuable lessons where people who I thought was my friends, people who I would have put money on the line and said, I bet you $1 million, bro, that this is my friend. You know what I'm saying? We've been rocking for a while. This person has shown me that they, you know what I'm saying, rock with me. We do everything. We go to the clubs together. You know what I'm saying? We hang out together. You know, in your mind, bro, you're blinded by this veil where you think that these people are your friends, but over a period of time, you get burnt. You get burnt by the very people that is nearest and dearest to you. You introduce them to your family. They're close to your family. You know what I'm saying? These are the very people who really, over a period of time, you will discover is not for you. They're not your friends. They're not your real friends. And like I said, out of 10 people that you hang around, right now you could confidently may say, I feel like they're my friends, but I'm telling you, just pay attention to their actions, bro. Pay attention to their actions. Follow the freaking signs. Follow the patterns, the jokes that comes off, man. You know, you're an attractive person. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand it. I can't stand that you're an attractive person. You get all the girls. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand it. Pay attention to the signs, bro, because it may appear as jokes. The signs it'll always come off as a joke, but in all actuality, bro, it's for real. I'm gonna turn the camera off because I gotta make a pit stop. I'm gonna turn it back on, so you guys hang tight. All right, y'all, I'm back. But yeah, like I said, guys, you have to pay attention to the signs. You know, you're not gonna always see it, especially in the beginning. It may be hard for you to see it because you're blinded by the fact that you think they're your real friends. You know what I'm saying? You can't really see it. But trust and believe. You may be thinking that you're among Autobots, but the whole time you're around Decepticons, bro. You're thinking you're around your people. You're thinking you guys are all good people. You're thinking you're good with the people in your circle. You're thinking you are all Autobots. But 90+% of the people around you, out of the 10 people around you, your friends, that you think are your friends, they're Decepticons. It's made to look like they're your friends. It's made to look like they got your back. It's made to look like that. But in all actuality, the majority of them don't rock with you. The majority of them don't have your back. Now, I'm not saying you don't have real friends. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that, you know, if you have 10 actual friends, like, it's very possible. It's very possible to have 10 actual friends, but you got to go through a process and time and discovery of recognizing that those 10 people are really your friends. But in all actuality, it didn't come from everybody being in the same environment. It didn't come from everybody being in the same environment. You may have a best friend here, or best cousin there, or someone in a different state, but you're not going to have 10 best friends, especially locally. It's not happening. And it may not make sense to you because you feel like, man, you know, these people got my back. I'm telling you, you don't know like the best way to know for real is when your back is against the wall. How do they respond when they're with you, when they're around you? You know what I'm saying? When you need their help, like when they need something from you, you know what I'm saying, you're always there for them. But another sign is if you need something from them, they're not available. They're never available. So there is red flags, there is signs for you to be able to pick up on. Even though you may not be able to pick up on all of them, there's still going to be signs. So just pay attention, man. Never get too comfortable around, especially what you would consider friends. Never get too comfortable, because the ones that may have been cool with you for the past year, 2 years, 5 years, maybe even 10 years, you brought around your family, everything seemed cool. Those are the ones that will end up burning you, bro. Those are the ones that you'll be disappointed by. Those are the ones that you'll learn never had your back to begin with, or at some point in the journey, they don't mess with you, bro. They've been hating on you from day one. And so I had to learn this myself. I'm not just making this up. I didn't just pull this out of my behind. Like, these are things that I actually had to learn on my own over a period of time. So therefore, I climbed back into my shell when it comes to being an introvert, you know, being a to myself kind of person, and I became okay with it. On top of that, I've learned being a to myself kind of person allows me the opportunity to be focused. It gives me room to kind of like be in my own world, to grow myself, to develop myself, to limit distractions. I have no distractions. I have no distractions because it boils down to it just being me versus me. It boils down to it just being me versus me. So being a lone wolf, I have time to work on myself. I have time to not have no distraction. I have time to not worry about who's for me and who's against me. I have no time to worry about that. And I have so much time in the world to devote to, you know, building myself up, developing myself, working on my craft, my skill sets, my business, and not have to worry about who's for me and who's against me. And so to me, that's one of the main benefits of being a lone wolf, is you get to work on you. You feel me? You get to work on yourself. You get to develop yourself, and you get to not have to worry about nothing that anybody have an opinion about you. You don't have to worry about expectations of people having your back versus people not having your back. And you get to primarily focus on you, which should be one of the main goals anyway when it comes to building your life. You know, you should have some type of opportunity within every single day to be able to focus on bettering yourself. And when you're trying to do that with people around you, you give people opportunity to give an opinion. You give people opportunity to potentially hate on you, not like what you're doing. Some may love what you're doing. Some may actually, you know, appreciate what you're doing. But when you are a lone wolf, you literally learn how to build yourself, whether anybody like you, whether anybody values you, whether anybody appreciate what you're doing, whether they rock with you for real or not. When you're building yourself and you have your me time, your alone time, and you're doing it alone, you get accustomed for real. You get accustomed to, like, for real, doing what you do without needing an opinion, without needing validation, and you start to develop confidence within yourself, and you start learning yourself, you know yourself, and you don't put yourself in a position to have to rely on anybody's opinion to matter when it comes to the decisions that you make to contribute to building yourself. The opinions of others ultimately don't matter. You get accustomed to not having an opinion from others. When you're working on yourself every single day and you become accustomed to getting clarity on your own without getting validation from other people, you start to gain confidence, you start to gain traction, you start to see success happening in your own life. So when you do encounter other energies, if anything, people may try to tell you about yourself, or again, have an expressed opinion about you, but it won't matter. Because nobody knows you better than you, because you've been working on yourself as a lone wolf all along. You've been working on yourself when the same people who make judgment of you have never been there, have never spent a single day in your footsteps. Who is anybody else to tell you about you when you've been focusing on you all along without anybody? You know what I'm saying? Without anybody being in your presence. And I'm not talking about the primary people that you have in your circle. I'm not talking about the people that you can rest assured these people got my back. I'm talking about the ones that, you know, may deem to be your friend, but in all actuality, they're not your friend. So ultimately, I choose to be a lone wolf. You see me by myself now. If it's not me, you're going to see me with my loved ones. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see me with my loved ones, the ones that I choose to be in my circle, aka family. 9 times out of 10, if you're really around me, you're either an associate, or there's some type of business partnership, or your family. You feel me? But friends, nah, I don't need them. I don't need friends, and I'm not a bitter person. I just learned that I don't need them. So I don't acquire friendship. I don't look for it. If anything, I avoid and stiff arm people, because people's energies is weird out here, bro. And so for me, I'm good. I'm comfortable with being the person that I am. I love being a lone wolf. I love being a person that gravitates towards my own energy, relying on my own internal compass, relying on God for everything that I need. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I love being a lone wolf. And I'm not saying having friends is a bad thing. I'm not saying you don't have real friends. I'm just saying the reality is, bro, there's no body in the world that has a ton of real friends. Trust me on this. Trust me on this. And if you haven't learned this by now, at some point you will discover this valuable lesson. And hopefully you guys are watching this video. If you see red flags in the people you call friends, pay attention to those red flags, because they're shown for a reason. You're seeing them for a reason. And I just wanted you guys to be, you know what I'm saying, made in awareness the same way that I've been made in awareness that nobody has 9 best friends. Nobody has 10 best friends, bro. Anyway, I will kind of piggyback off of this video in my next one. I kind of wanted to be reluctant, and if I've been kind of, you know, a little bit hesitant in my conversations today, keep in mind I'm driving, it's a little busy out here, but I did want to get this video going. I'm getting ready to get my training on, get ready to work out. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting ready to train. Just like going to the gym, if you think about it, last thing I'm gonna say, if you think about it, how many of you guys have had people who say, I'm gonna go to the gym with you, right? I'm gonna go to the gym with you. In the beginning, everybody coming to the gym with you, but over a period of time, they drop off like flies. Are you not gonna go to the gym? This is your journey. And the whole point that I'm saying is this is your life journey, bro. And not everybody is gonna be there every step of the way. Not everybody really have your best interests at heart. But yeah, y'all, I'm in the video by saying, like, it's already, if you think about it, it's already too many snakes in the grass. You got to take time out. You got to develop effort to say, let me figure out who's for me. Like, let me see if the people around me are real or not. Which means you got to go get yourself a lawnmower. You got to mow the lawn. You got to see who's who. You got to discover who. Like, that's too much work for me, bro. That's too much unnecessary work for me to develop friendships, to try to figure out later on down the line whether you're a real friend or not a real friend. Like, I don't want to have to work that hard to try to figure out the company that I keep. I don't want to have to work that hard. Life is already complex. Life is already comprised of many obstacles. Life is already where, as you're developing yourself, you learning yourself, you're evolving. That takes work. Now trying to decipher who's the people around me, who's who. I'm already an introverted individual. I'm already cool with being a lone wolf. I'm already cool with that. So of course, you know, making effort of saying, let me step outside of my element and try to, you know what I'm saying, discover these people, whether they like me, don't like me, friends or not, like, that's too much work. I'm cool on that. I'm cool on that. I'd rather be sure about who's in my circle, bro. I'd rather be sure. Even if I stand alone as the only person, I'm good on that, bro. If you're not good being alone anyway, that should be a problem. If you're not good being, like, we was brought into this world, we're going to leave alone. People come and they go. How are you when people go? I know it's cool when they come. You know what I'm saying? It's a good vibe, but when they go, if people go, should that change your course of action? Should that change who you are as a person? Should it bring you down? And if it does, then my friends, you should be spending more time alone anyway, because if you feel like you can't operate and function by yourself, then that's a problem. That's a problem. So, you know, for me, I feel like there's definitely perks and benefits of being a lone wolf, because at the end of the day, you understand that people come and go in your life. This is a lifestyle. You're living your life for the duration of it. So help me God. People come and they go. And if your mood and if your energy fluctuates based on the people around you, the people coming and going, the friends, the fake friends, and everything that you have to decipher and filter out to make life as simplistic as you can make it and manage it to be in your life, you know what I'm saying? It's unnecessary for me. I like to keep my life simple, bro. I like to use the KISS method. Keep it simple. You feel me? I like to keep things simple. And for me, I'm okay with living in my little shell, bro. Working with my own creativity, talking to you guys and doing what I do, working out. I'm okay with it. I'm a happy person. I'm better off with less friends. For real, for real. I'm better off with less friends. I've been burnt and I've been impacted and affected by being burnt, all unnecessarily. For what? None of it serves any purpose for me to begin with. So yeah, man, you know, I'm a lone wolf, man, and I'm okay with it. And if you find yourself being a lone wolf, you should be okay with it too. If you discover friends, kudos, cool. But if you don't, you need to learn how to be okay being by yourself anyway. You need to learn how to be okay not having friends anyway. It shouldn't shift your energy. You should set the tone for your energy. You should set the tone for your life regardless. You feel me? Other people should not affect your mood, bro. And I know we're human, so I know it can happen, but for the most part, you should be working on setting the tone for your day, despite what energies is around you. But nobody have 10 best friends, bro. I promise you that. But anyway, y'all, this will conclude the video. I know it's a controversial one. Let's chop it up and keep it positive in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? And just understand that everybody is entitled to their opinion. We all have opinions. Everyone is entitled to it, and I'm just sharing mine. Anyway, if y'all like the video, again, like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications. I'm gonna continue to keep feeding you guys with this real content. You feel me? To the next video. Appreciate you guys. Peace and blessings. One love. Strength.